Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. Whatever experience you get, you always are. So what you are doesn't depend on your experiences. And that's great. It doesn't depend on anything. You already are it, not as a personal I, sure, but the real substance of everything is here in each one. So, you have to hear this. Whatever experience you have doesn't bring what you are. You are even before you are aware of experiences. So even those experiences of I disappear or I plunge into myself of what I think of myself. No, I plunge into myself regardless of what I think of myself. And so on. Those are experiences one can get. But it's the mind which has those experiences. It's the mind, the body, the emotions. The opposite of what you experience generally, because you investigate, you go back to the source with your mind. So you have to be aware that whatever experience happens, will not bring you what you are. You are before. You always are. And that cannot be objectified. It objectifies itself by experiences, I agree. But that is the cause of the manifestation, what you are. It's not the contrary, that the manifestation will be the cause to be freed from beliefs. So that's a good program, very quick and any clarity about it, or any, even if you know what I say, but for some reason your experience is not up to your knowledge, just disclose it, just express it, because it's only like that it looks. Not only like that, but it's one of the ways to be freed from beliefs that one gets. Yeah, you need the mic.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What I understand is that the mind can be aware.
Ah, yeah, really? Of what?
No, what I understand, what you share with us, that awareness comes from the mind.
Did I say that?
No, but you say.
I hope I didn't say that. Awareness. What did you say? Awareness comes from the mind.
No, for example, when you say the ego self drops away.
The what?
The ego self drops away.
I never said of ego. Also, never. It's not my language.
Or the mind drops away.
Yeah.
Then this is seen.
Yeah.
From whom?
When you don't ask the question, it's the right question. The right answer. Today I'm a bit. Because from whom? Who is agitated to ask that? the mind again. So what do you hear when you say keep quiet? It's finally not to go to the mind, because you understood the mind will suggest you all sorts of things, that you are not what you are by nature, and then you search, and then it will suggest, oh, I got it, now I'm enlightened, or whatever. It's all the mind. So if you listen to the mind, you will always waver, you would say, between ignorance and enlightenment. You see, when you are a seeker or when you investigate. So you have to know that those movements are mind. From gross, let's say, to the most subtle ones. Okay, maybe. But what you are allows all these things to happen in some shapes. So it's seen because it's limited. So it was not there before. It shows up and it disappears. So what's the question? Tell me more. What is
Maybe it's the word or the concept awareness.
But I didn't speak of awareness. It's very rare.
No, but I do.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
and I try to understand
Okay.
what
What
is
it
awareness for you.
You know, if you want a bird, it would indicate for a change what is not the mind. Awareness means what you are. It can be taken like this, you see, like all, if some say consciousness, some awareness, it is said, I am that. It all indicates something which is not comprehended by the mind, actually. Yeah. So that awareness I try to describe is not an awareness which is aware of. Aware of is personal. It's that, but in a personal shape, and that will die with you. So how can you rely on that awareness? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's difficult to use those words to. They may be all right as an indication, but it's a bit like God. And then in the end, you believe in God, and God is always somehow not yourself. It's somewhere. Let it be even inside, but it's somewhere. So it is. And same for awareness. People replaced God for awareness. But the move is similar. That's why I am very reluctant to try to name it. Because you can't name what you are. And that shows that, oh, if you can't name what you are, you know that whatever comes out, it's already away from you, away from what is. And that shows much better the indication of that you don't need to have beliefs or realization for what you are. It's true that it looks in the search in the seeker, let's say, let it be a beginner or not, there is a moment of, I express it like the split second, a sudden moment where you see all those things. Then you cannot be fooled anymore by what you believed in before. There is a moment of, let's say, not going with the mind. To allow that to be obvious. But again, the obviousness then is an experience which was not there always, which appears and may disappear because obviousness follows also so-called covering, veiling. But at some point you know all this. So you keep quiet.
First of all, I would like to say thank you for this summer, for this blessed summer. I have already told you once that I'm totally addicted to come here, and I also know that is the most beautiful addiction that I can have. but but it's like this. I don't even can imagine another place somewhere else. This is the only place where I can rest, and somehow I'm sorry to say that. But that's why I'm terribly afraid what will happen when I go out, I must tell you.
Why are you afraid? You have so little trust in what you are that it
Maybe.
can change wherever you go?
Because I know this character.
Yeah, but that was the past.
Okay.
Because if you always project the same character, the same habits in the future, you'd never give you a chance to be free.
So is there also a possible to change also in the way of
Just now. Wherever you are, just now. Yeah.
Morning, Ganga.
Good morning.
There's the mind, the body, mind, and I suppose my question is also: is the mind also what I see, what I perceive? All this.
Yeah.
That's the mind too.
Yeah. And the experiencer of that also.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And yet it's unfolding as well.
What is unfolding?
Life, just what.
Oh yeah, sure.
So that's also kind of part of it.
It's time, you
Time,
know.
yeah.
Time is created, so
Yeah,
the river flows in time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
sure of it. What you are allows, this creation to be seen. What you are. So, what you are is always before any revelation or knowledge or enlightenment you can have. So if you depend on a happening, let it be enlightenment in time, you will be miserable because it may not show up like this in the future. You see, so it's very important to be vigilant. Yeah. And anyway, it's part of the natural creation also to participate fully, let's say, to be identified with it, and to also see it, so being disidentified sometimes also. It's part of the creation. What I am has not changed for a bit, has not been affected by that, even though it creates it. And it makes it disappear also. Any question which arises from your reading or any beautiful reading you want to share? Yeah?
Hi, Ganga.
Hi.
When I come to Satsang, it always pops up this story from Nothing Ever Happened.
Which one?
Maybe I mixed it up, but when Babaji was sitting on his bed in his house, looking at the wall, and his wife was upset why he just sits and look at the wall. But then he explains that he's, not to her, but that he's trying to see how deep he can go.
Mm-hmm.
Deeper and deeper, and I always wonder why he would do that. If he knew he was already. So this is a bit.
Well, but he explained to his wife.
Okay, yeah.
Who was really apparently not knowing what he was doing.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, but he would sit and meditate. Or what?
Then you can, when you don't do anything and you sit, you will say you meditate. You just keep quiet. Okay. If you take meditation as for that, you just keep quiet. You are not even a meditator. What's wrong?
So what did he? For you, he was not sitting and trying to go deeper. Or what?
Well, I would not think so. Otherwise, I have to make effort myself, which I did because I didn't understand that it's not something you acquire. You are it before even the idea of searching and acquiring it. It took me time. So I was myself going deeper when he was not going deeper. when you have to explain something of this kind to someone who is wondering or doesn't know yet and so on, you are obliged to speak like this, you see. Because, or you don't say anything, okay, but if you say something, you cannot say something to project the one who asks outside. So you have to show that actually it is inside, something is happening inside towards the source of the mind. But even that was maybe too much to understand, so he spoke like that. Yeah. Compassion. But it's very nice that at least in the end you can hear that even going deeper, even looking like disappearing and all that, it's still the mind. It's still an experience in the mind. That's why you wondered about this. So it's very nice. It means now you are, you know, you see that all those movements are nothing else than mind. So it is the mind, it's not what is. Yet it's true, as long as you don't clearly see this, surely you can't help then to go deeper or to go to the source or to investigate or to, you can't help because the mind has still some power. Yeah. It's not well understood, you see, when you say the mind surrendered or it's the end of the mind dies here, dries up, or whatever expression you like to have. Then immediately the image is, oh, but then life, what, and so on. No, it continues, but its tyranny, its arrogance died. Its pretension to even be enlightened and all that died. But the mind will still show up as long as this is alive. And can show up according to the different temperaments with pride or not. But the pride to be somebody would not be there. It's just a temperament you can't help. It's not much in your hands. I would say so. The drama of the seekers is that while seeking, he gets so many experiences, of course, or understandings and all that. But then he creates also new concepts, spiritual concepts that he believes in, because they don't look like concepts. They were opposite of what he taught before. And no, that's just what I wanted to say. If there is any indication possible, I really feel that it's to keep quiet. Because what is really keeping quiet is that don't stir up even a I having any attainment or non-attainment. Keep quiet before birth of anything. And that's always here while the manifestation may appear and disappear. Yeah.
Morning. I think my question is around I'm examining the source of the mind, inquiring, and there's such fire. I could say it's been like this for years, but that's another layer of story with it. But there's such fire with it all the time. And I don't know if I'm fueling by being quiet. I just sit and I watch it, but I don't know if I'm really fueling it, or whether it's just something I just need to just sit and be quiet and watch and because.
But if you are quiet, you don't watch. If you watch, you already do something. Then, if you watch, then there is a watcher. This is the thing, you know. So you don't keep quiet. Do you see?
Yeah. So there's a doing. There's something doing, trying to do something with the mind, and this creates this conflict of a fight somehow.
Are you obliged to do that? Are you not yourself that you have to do that? Are you not already yourself?
Yes, I'm already myself, but I feel I have to do it because.
If you are already yourself, why should you do it?
So I'm not in the tyranny of it, so it doesn't live through me. So I'm not living from the mind.
We will live with the mind. Life, what is life? It's body, mind. Emotions. So what's life? It's an appearance of this. What else is this?
So why inquire? Why even inquire?
You don't need to inquire if you are quiet. If you already, if you are not busy with something in your mind, you don't need to search anything. It's because we live in the mind and then we are not happy, frustrated, feel separated, feel whatever, you know, then we search. But if you hear suddenly, because it will always be sudden. We can hear for years, but it's not sudden. So when there is a sudden hearing, you already are that. You don't try to objectify it. You are it, and that's why all this is possible. That's what you are. The rest, you have been created. It's a creation, you became, and so on. If this is just clear, then live your life. if it is not clear, then surely we try to realize that and so on. But this is the life of the seeker. Mm. But it's to hear this, in fact, it is to hear this. Okay, you are seeking, but it's because you still believe that it has to appear in a certain way and you don't fit that concept of enlightenment or freedom or wisdom or I don't know what, or divine love or whatever. So you are enslaved to your concept. That's why I read the last time this beautiful text of Papaji. We enslave ourselves to the concept of enlightenment most of the time. So we think we won, we are free, but in the end, we are still tyrannized by the mind, because no achievement will stay. So, and whatever stays, it's not an achievement. It means it was always there, and that's it. So what? And when for some reason something doesn't click, then the best is to trying to keep quiet as you understand, or if your mind is too cuckoo in so many directions, you just repeat your mantra, or there are so many ways then, but that is to maintain a bit this crazy mind who goes everywhere. This monkey mind becomes Hanuman, one-pointed. Same monkey. And not that the one-pointedness will help you as a result, but if you are one-pointed, you may hear, oh, I'm not even an Hanuman, you know. I see Hanuman. I may experience Hanuman, but I'm not. In fact, I am not. And then you keep quiet. What?
Maybe it's. I'm sorry, I'm
No.
frustration. Maybe it's the effect of keeping quiet, or of the intention of keeping quiet that creates this kind of fury in the mind of this, like this fire, this intensity, you know, which it's like.
But use that intensity to hear that all this is a creation and that's not in your hands. And what you really are is what created all that. So it's not personal. But that's what you are. And that's what we try to realize through the satsangs. And all the rest is life. I mean, it's the manifestation. And it goes in all infinite ways, different ways, what to say. But the quietness is not the best strength or the best, the most, I don't know what to say. It's not, it's the weakness of the creation. It can't keep quiet. discretion. Yeah, some practice makes you believe you keep quiet for a while, which is true, but it's always for a while. Mm. And it looks like the living beings, they really, in the end, after having enjoyed so much and all trying to so many things, finally they really want peace. They want to be at peace. It looks slowly more important than any other enjoyment. Still, you can enjoy small things, but yeah, to be at peace. So maybe, I don't know if you have that, but take one, maximum 3 sentences or something which helps you regarding the subject. And don't try other things. Just work with 2, 3 sentences which you love or you feel it's very important or something. Don't go somewhere else. You know, you have them. You have some. Try them. This is try 3. You can have 3, maximum 3. You have a trident? Yeah, but you do, and you use also other things, or you just have your trident. It's enough to have a trident. Otherwise, the mind gets too many things happens in the mind then.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
So you don't have. Doesn't matter, but I tell you, it will be. I was with Papaji. Actually, all what he said, I enjoyed. It was wonderful and this and that. But finally, I only kept 2, 3 sentences because they were enough, and I worked with that. Because all the rest, it's any way to come to come back to that. Mm-hmm. So there is maybe one, who am I? Or one, don't land anywhere. Or one, keep quiet if it means anything to you. Or something you have to work with. You have to chew. And you cannot endless chew. In the end, there is nothing to chew. But for that, you have to chew first. Generally speaking.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
That's why also it's very difficult to go to many gurus, you see, because even if they are all fantastic, but they will express in different ways. And then if you take 3, 1, there, treating from there, treating from there, then it's too much, too many things. Just take from 3 to 1. whenever something you know or whenever something you experience is a landing place, don't land anywhere. So, you see, it's magistral directions. It's enough. Are you still puzzled? Yeah. No? Yeah.
Does the body exist?
I need the mic.
Does the body exist?
It exists for somebody, yeah.
I could.
The body exists for somebody.
I couldn't understand. Can you say it again?
Who is asking the question? It's somebody, no? Reply to me, please. Who is asking this question to me? It is somebody, no?
This is. I think this is an important question.
I know. I don't dismiss it. I just reply. So tell me, just now, please. Who is asking this question to me? Is the one I see. It's somebody, no?
I read this. Somebody writes this down.
Yeah.
And then
no,
you have to think about it.
Yeah, but I want to be practical with you so that you really understand the question. If I reply, is the body existing? First of all, to see a body, you need to be somebody to see the body. Am I clear or not? I need to be I see the body. I sees the body. And who is this I? Identified with body and with my mind generally.
This is the problem, I think. That we
identify
with the body.
Yeah, this is the problem. I agree with you. I agree with you. In that way, it is said, what I really am, what I am in reality, I am not even this body nor this mind. But to realize that, then you have to see, but who am I then? To say such a thing, who am I? Because actually, I am very identified with this body and mind. But I want to trust that saying, for example, because it comes, I can trust, for example, I am attracted to hear that. So who am I, in fact? Am I what I think I am? Means this body mind? Or am I something else? And to find out what I am in that something else, you just have not to listen to any question nor answers, because it is the mind which replies all the time. So you have to give yourself a moment freed to hook at your mind or at your body or at your feelings. Then you will realize, oh, the mind doesn't exist in fact. Or it's just a creation.
Is the mind, or not the mind, the body that we believe and identify with the body, is this one of the main problems and roots where all problems starts?
Yeah. I am the body means I believe I am born and all that, sure, and that is reinforced by all the beliefs of the society and of all these beings we are and so on, of course. Sure, this is the base of a search, but is the base which makes one search one day, is there only this? Or is there a God? Or is there something? Or who am I in fact? You understand? You see that?
The word God, or this could be also a mind thing.
Of course, I know.
And I could also say God doesn't exist.
Of course, you can say so. So you become a non-believer. It will last as long as it lasts, but at some point, even that will not be satisfying. You may ask then, but then what? Okay, I don't believe in God. I believed in God. No, I don't believe in God because it's also a thought. So that's why they say to be just what you are, you have not to go and think. There is no answer in the mind for that. You just are it. But for that, you need to investigate. And what is investigation? Is to give up concepts you have. So even the concept of God is gone, but even the concept of no God goes. Because it's a concept, huh? Also. And so on. Investigate.
When I'm practicing, or when I would like to practicing the who I am questioning.
Yeah, good. Good.
And in the daily life, for example, when I have often to ask this question because things are influencing.
Yeah, sure.
Through this questioning, in this moment, I still working with my mind.
Yeah, sure.
But this is where I want to go.
Yeah, okay.
Away.
So
how to deal with this whole thing? This.
You see, the question "Who am I?" has one particularity. It's a thought. We agree. But it's the unique thought which is subjective, means it's no more about what's happening, what I experience, all these states and all. It's about the subject of all this world, means I. Who am I? So you are obliged, that question brings you this direction, not that direction. Who am I? And the answer, listen to that, the answer will not be in the mind. The answer is where the question disappears. But enough.
Is this like that?
You didn't give a second to that. You have to give a second to that, to undermine the power of your mind, which came immediately to ask again a question. So again, who is asking the question? Go back.
And is this that through this question, who am I?
Yeah.
That we get out of the mind and get in the source. So that is.
What is the source of mind? Tell me now. What is the source of your mind? Who thinks as a mind? Tell me.
The source of the mind?
Yeah.
The source of the mind doesn't exist.
But then you speak about that, so what doesn't exist? Who says it doesn't exist then? Who says so? It's not me. Who says so? You say, I say so. Please react a bit.
Yeah,
You say I. It's I who say I whatever thought is there. Yes or no?
The I of the mind is not my right identification.
But my dear, this is a knowledge, and the knowledge is not well understood. So I try to put you in the right track. That's why you asked me also, no? Otherwise it would have worked and you would not come here. You come here because something doesn't work even with this magic question, who am I? So I tell you, it's because you may miss something in this questioning. So, who am I is a thought. We agree or not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who has this question? Who am I?
My mind.
More precise. Who has the mind? Who says my mind?
Maybe my heart.
Who says my heart? You avoid. You avoid the answer, and the answer I tell you will help you. So, who says my heart? I say my heart. I say my mind. I say so many things. I don't believe in so many things. I is the base of this creation, of this identification and disidentification. It's I. You feel it?
I can understand.
No. We are no more in understanding. I want you, show me where I is. Where?
Here,
Yes.
my heart.
Yes. So you feel it. It's not that you understand it. I feel I. Now I ask from my head, who am I? I go there then. And let that thought disappear. Keep quiet.
Very good.
Very good. Again and again, whenever you can.
Why are all the people laugh?
Because it's very good. They know it also.
They know it also?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just fascinated by what seems to be an impression that we all, or some of us, have to go through. We were born, we are before, and we always have been, but it seems we need to get lost, and it seems we need to experience the tyranny of the mind, and then get tired of it, and then become a seeker, and then stop seeking.
Yeah.
And then find out that the answer is actually from not having an answer.
Not having a mental answer.
But I think my question is, in terms of maybe making it better for new generations, do we all have to experience that? Do we all have
It's
to...
not an obligation. It's only for those who ask this question. It's not an obligation at all. I mean, you know. But those who have this question, who am I? Is there a God? What the wise speak about? And, you know, then there must be some answer too, some place where they also get helped, no?
Yep, yep.
Yeah, that's all. No.
Okay.
And there is no punishment if you don't go there. No, but I insist. There is no obligation.
Yeah.
We are free.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like if I came to Satsang younger, maybe things would have been easier earlier. But I think that's...
Sure. I'm not sure. You know,
I'm not sure either.
when it comes to your life, means you are ripe for that at that time, or it doesn't matter when in life, because life is long. You know, after the life is very long. But surely, in the this is very personal, but the education given is to swallow more concepts. I think we should learn to kids to question, rather question, be curious, instead of swallowing everything.
That's what I do. That's why.
Very
that's
nice.
Where the question comes from.
Very good. Very good.
A strange question arises. And this question is, as the I is at the bottom of all the creation, the manifestation, why when we touch this I, or empty it from its, demystify it,
Okay, yeah.
why there is no disintegration of the manifestation? If we remove this I mean not remove, but if
there is, because when somebody asks you in a real sense, who are you? You will not speak of the manifestation, because it's not here.
Yeah. It is no more in the mind, but
no, in the mind it's always the mind is, but the mind disappears if you don't hook at it. It disappears.
I understand. But even if something remains, the body, mind, and content of the mind still remain. It is not.
When you go back to the mind, yeah.
So this disintegration happens.
as an experience it can, sure. As an experience, that's what I said in the beginning. You can experience I disintegrating or disappearing because it goes back to its before the base of this manifestation. So somebody who is created can have that experience, and if he goes up to the end, means before or where it disappears, it's where I am. And if you ask a question at that time, you say I am, or something like that. He will not speak of the creation. Now, as soon as what? I reappears with something, and that you look at it, then all this is there again. I
battled because during that moment of absence to the world, your body mind physically in the form remains. So something else content.
Yeah, but you don't see that. You see that when you come back. At that time, if you really give a moment to what is, you will not consider that. You consider that when you come back. Then you have a beautiful sensation of relief or happy or quietness. But this is the coming back to the mind, to the creation. But here you see there are different schools. Some people, they say they never come back. They never come back to creation. That's why they say while living the world doesn't exist, which is looking like a madness for a mindful mind, but it's their experience. Some, they will say there is still a creation visible, but I know it's a creation. And here they are like two or three interpretations in the mind about that. But the most essential is not to have a doubt anymore. It's just clear. Whatever answer you have, you see. Shankara invented the Maya. It is him who invented the concept of Maya. Maya means like a dream. You see, it comes and goes and so on. Myself, I still see this creation, and I'm fully part in it and all, but I have no problem with all those things. It's just... relative existences, you see. You have seen the relativity of what appears, disappears. And there is no confusion with what is. No, as I say, I've absolutely no answer why this can even create something. For me, it's just a mystery, and I don't even want to go there. Some people like to go there, but they are also absolutely helpless to tell anything. The most essential is to be at peace. Whatever explanation comes afterwards, be at peace. And that cannot be in the mind. Yeah. But you see, just to come back to your image, maybe you are not concerned with it, but you see how the mind, because we believe that this is real and concrete, so when we hear, well, it has not really an existence, so we have an experience of disintegration and all that, but it's because of the previous belief, you see. Because otherwise, from the first, it is as it is, it appears so, but it has no substance. It's not that it had and then it will be disintegrated from the beginning. That's why I say, be mindful, be vigilant with experiences. Let it be the one of disappearance and all that. Because they are based on a previous concept. They are not more true than anything, any happening. Now, when they happen, it's very good because it boycotts a previous belief. But instead of keeping this as a new belief, you just keep quiet. This is like that. Great, okay. Thank you very much.